The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Ain't nothing changed with them bitches, they know my name now. It's such a shame a young fella kill a game now. And I be in it for the money, fuck the fame.
Welcome back to the District Debate Podcast, formerly known as Another Chappelle Show. Thank you for listening. I'm your host, Lauren A. Jones, alongside Michael Cotton. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody.
How's it going?
Everything's good. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, and shortly we'll be joined by Courtney Chappelle, stuck in a little bit of traffic. But make sure you're following at District Debate on Instagram for the latest information and news related to our show. We're going to get right into it, and let's talk a little bit of NBA.
Go ahead.
So, Anthony Davis has been playing unbelievable basketball as of late. A lot of people had concerns with DeMarcus Cousins going down with the injury. I saw him over All-Star Weekend, and he was hobbling, and it was just a bad sight. But, I think Anthony Davis, with the injury, has kind of returned back to some kind of level of dominance that we didn't see with them trying to, figure it out between the two bigs. So over the last few games, I'm just going to, throw out some numbers to you. 53 points, 17 rebounds, and 5 blocks. 45 points, 17 rebounds, 5 blocks, 5 steals. 44 points, 17 rebounds, 3 blocks. 43 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals. 42 points, 15 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks. I mean, it just goes on. And this is just in the month of February, since DeMarcus Cousins has been gone.
Right.
What do you think has contributed to this amazing play? I mean, easily player of the month, but...
Yeah, he will win player of the month of February. He said that once DeMarcus went down, he took on the Russell Westbrook mentality because he had to. He didn't have another all-star there with him to help get them over the hump. I believe when DeMarcus went down, they were 7 seed or something like that. Now they're in 4th, fighting for that 3rd position because 3 through 10 is so tight. So... I'm impressed. I'm not going to say I'm not, but he's always had that talent. We were never worried about the talent. It was about putting something behind it. So you put up these numbers and outstanding numbers, but now it has to translate to winning. I was reading something on Twitter a couple days ago, and it was kind of compared to this Bleacher Report. I believe the name was Nate Jones, covers the NBA.
Jones on the NBA? That's one of my former editors. Shout out Nate Jones.
Nate Jones.
Yes.
Good guy. So he was saying, as far as the Lakers were concerned, now this summer we have 2 max slots open.
Right.
He was saying that he would trade our entire young movement. Our Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, Kyle Kuzma.
Brandon.
Even
Brandon?
The Water Boy. Me, you, everybody associated.
Well, we're untouchable, but yeah.
We're untouchable.
Right.
I have a no trade clause.
Right.
So yeah, and then you would take on Anthony Davis. Now, he was saying the Lakers would be more attractive with just Anthony Davis on his roster versus no Anthony Davis and all these young pieces that we have.
I don't agree with that. I mean, who else are we going to have? That's the whole team is Anthony Davis? I mean,
of course, you would probably have like a...
Who's going to be around him is my question when I hear that initially.
Now, he was thinking along these lines. So, LeBron James looks like he doesn't want to be in Cleveland.
Okay.
You go to L.A. with Anthony Davis. Then, of course, Paul George would follow. So now Paul George is like, I don't know if I want to stay in OKC. I want to go to
Well, that's a guaranteed championship team right there. I mean, LeBron James and Anthony Davis on the same team is
right.
definitely
And then you
guaranteed.
bring along Paul Jordan. It's like, okay, we just need to find some.
But basically, we're undoing the whole strategy that we started off with. Like, we're abandoning ship. And do we know that Anthony Davis doesn't want to be in New Orleans? I mean,
You been to New Orleans?
I love New Orleans.
More than you love LA?
Well, I'm looking for a change of scenery, so I wouldn't ask that question now. But I get it. It is LA. I get it, the lure.
Right.
If LeBron and Anthony Davis were on the same team and that was the sell, then I could totally see that being the case. And actually, that was talked about as a scenario for Cleveland, Cleveland to come, for Anthony Davis to potentially come to Cleveland and play with LeBron if that was what Dan Gilbert was able to do. But I'm more looking for reality, and because Magic and Rob Pelinka have gone this route of drafting these young, solid players,
right.
I just don't.
Do I think it's reality? No, but the Bleacher Report, actual report was more about the Kawhi Leonard situation.
Okay.
About, he's unhappy and he
right.
doesn't, but all of a
which
sudden
we will get to a little bit later on the show. But
so it was possible about doing the same thing with him, except keeping ball. And then you would have Leonard now with 2 max spots open for Bron
Leonard coming home. I can see that.
Right. But on a realistic realm, back to topic, of course.
Right.
I drifted somewhere.
A little bit,
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Laker line, it just took over. But
Yeah.
Anthony Davis is solidifying himself as a, for sure, top 5 player in the league. And definitely player of the month in February. I just want to see it
Consistently moving
to
forward.
playoffs.
Yes.
So I always see you put up big numbers. And the thing is, it was people were talking like, who's the best big man? Is it Boogie? Is it AD? I think that's done for right now.
Well, yes.
Yeah, for now.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Until Boogie at least returns.
Right.
Right.
So,
well, okay, so then that leads me to my next question. Who are the top 5 players for you in the NBA right now?
number 1, we know, LeBron. Number
Okay.
2 would be Durant.
Playing right now.
Playing right now. Number 3, Harden.
Okay.
Number 4, I would go this year, Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't, if somebody said Curry, I wouldn't kill you, but, Russell Westbrook. Number 5, Anthony Davis.
Okay.
Curry on the outside looking in.
Okay. For me, I have number 1, King James, of course.
Right.
Number 2, I have James Harden, currently playing right now. Like, the way
Like
he's
today.
been playing,
Yeah.
yes, it's just the numbers. He's leading the league in scoring and just putting up absurd numbers.
Right.
I think he's MVP clearly this
Yeah.
year. So I say James Harden. Obviously, it's like a 2 and 2A. Like, you can't really leave KD out, even though I
Right.
don't like him. And so I'll go KD in there as a 2A. And then I'm going Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think Giannis is, he's just one of those dominant players that's like, I think he's very creative. Oh, and I might throw in there Joel Embiid. The headphones are coming off. I'm just saying right now.
We were going fine on the show.
Right now.
And now you're just going to throw Joel Embiid as the top 5 player in the NBA.
I'm saying the way that they're playing right now.
As of today.
No
way. No. You got to stop disrespecting
Okay,
these people.
and Russell Westbrook is definitely in there too. I mean, I just have like a top 10 probably.
Okay,
That's
so
really
you
the thing.
you trying to bring
Just
your
put
10
them
into
all-
5.
Yes, pretty much.
Okay, so you need a 1,
I did
1A,
1A,
2,
literally.
2A.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
kind of the direction I'm going. But honestly, there's so many guys that are playing so well, and it's just been like very entertaining. I feel like this new NBA is entertaining.
It is entertaining.
It's been the most like interesting season to me in a very long time. It's not just these 2 top teams,
Right.
and the Cavs and the Warriors, but it's like people gunning for their spots.
I think it's entertaining because people feel the Warriors have a shot to lose. They have
Right.
a legitimate
Do they
shot.
really feel like that, though? Do they really think that they have a shot to lose?
I think they can lose.
You think
I think the
Rockets could take them?
Yes.
Wow.
Rockets have last time I saw on Basketball Reference, the number one offense in NBA history.
Yeah.
So
which is what the Warriors were resting on for these last few years, is just being so lethal
on offense. But
yes.
In their defense, they have a awesome defense.
Absolutely.
In the past couple years, they were before Durant, they were number one in defense. The past, I guess, those 2 years.
Right.
And they're not there, of course, but they're still a top elite defensive team. They can get a stop when needed.
Fair enough. So hopefully Anthony Davis continues on this through the playoffs. I think it would be nice to see the Pelicans.
They're not for sure in the playoffs yet, by the way.
Right, but it would be nice for them to get there and to be able to get over that first round.
If they get there,
slump.
they're going home in the first round.
Okay,
they may win a game.
Well,
depending on who they're playing.
I have more hope.
Well, you got to see who they're playing. So if they're
the seeding and
it's all jumbled up right now.
Right.
So if they get 7th or 8th spot, they're going home.
Right.
And I don't know, especially if they play the Warriors. I don't know. The thing is, the Warriors hate them because every time they play, it's like a annihilation. Curry ends up averaging 37.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff happens.
Yeah.
They're going home. If they play the Rockets.
Definitely. No chance.
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah.
So their best hope is to get
one of those lower
6.
Yeah.
Play San Antonio.
Even San Antonio, though.
I mean, I'm not saying they would win that one. No.
Especially if Kawhi's back.
Kawhi's back.
And so that kind of leads. That's a natural transition to. We mentioned it a little bit earlier in Kawhi Leonard.
Okay.
I'm not really sure what's going on in San Antonio. I mean, there's rumors of Kawhi having an injury, and that's why he's been out. There's rumors of him just being unhappy.
Right.
I don't really see Kawhi as the caliber of guy and basketball player when that's all he does. He doesn't even talk.
Right.
To really miss games based on being unhappy.
Right.
But, those are rumors floating around. And I saw this meme on Instagram, and it was, I don't know if you've seen Talladega Nights, but it was Ricky Bobby from Talladega Nights, and he believes that he's paralyzed, and he believes that his knees don't work.
Is that when they stuck?
That's when when he sticks the knife. So it's Kawhi's face on, Ricky Bobby, and it's like, it's like, Ricky Bobby, you're fine. Like, you can walk. And he's like, no, like, I'm paralyzed. Don't feed me this BS.
Right,
and he sticks the knife
screaming.
into his leg, and he starts screaming. So, to me, it's like, I hope that that's not what's going on with Kawhi. But first off, that was just hilarious. And secondly, what do you think is the real tea in San Antonio?
With Kawhi, I feel, well, what they're saying first is
the quad.
He's not. Their medical staff cleared Kawhi to play.
Yes.
Kawhi feels he's not 100%.
Right.
Wojnarowski reported there's a disconnect between Kawhi and the Spurs. Then Popovich goes on and says, hey,
he's not coming back this season.
He may not come back this season. If so, you need to come back soon. Next thing you know, bloop, report, he's returning to the team to practice.
Right.
So.
What's really going on?
I don't think he's happy.
Yeah.
I don't think he's happy. But, I mean, hey, I've heard the same thing about Tony Parker before, and he resigned.
How can you not be happy with, like, the most organized and, like, high-functioning team, like, in sports?
You
like,
ever been to San Antonio?
Well, and that's funny you mentioned that. I was talking to one of my friends who played there last season, and he was saying... Dwayne Dedman.
Okay.
And he was saying that he's
Valley.
now with the... Yes, and he's now with the Hawks, and he was saying that, although San Antonio as a city is awful, right. There's really nothing to do. The culture around that organization and just the way that it's run is like he misses it. Like It just is one of those teams, and one of the best coaches, greatest coaches ever.
Right.
In sports to leave there, like. You might have buyer's remorse on that. Like, be careful what you ask for, and be careful. Like, I'm curious to know why he's not happy. I think that's really is what it is, but I'm curious to know why.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like usually when you are an organization and they're a collection of talent, some players have to sacrifice their game for the betterment of the team. Like the Patriots, for example. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have to do that. So I'm not exactly sure what his issue. I just think he's not happy.
Well, he's definitely not going to tell you why he's not happy.
He's not. But we will see this coming offseason when if he's offered that max extension.
Right.
If he does sign that, it's like it doesn't even matter. If he does not, then we have more to talk about. Then there's going to be rumors. Where is he going to go?
Right.
Why didn't he sign?
Makes it free agency a lot more interesting too.
Right.
Yes.
So he could possibly, come back home. But,
Come back, Ricky Bobby.
That's
Come back.
that's our problem anyway. We think we're getting everybody.
Well, I mean, we're the Lakers.
We're the Lakers.
I have on the hat today.
We should get everybody.
Yeah, we should.
So,
and we've won 3 games in a row.
we have won 3 games in a row.
Out of the All-Star break.
Fresh out the break.
Thoughts on that?
I'm impressed. We have been a long shot to get into the playoffs. But
We're making the playoffs. I'm recording it. Put it on tape. Oh, it's on tape.
When next
I think we can make the playoffs this year.
Oh.
Bold statements by Lojo, yes. But I think
that's a hot take.
That is a hot take.
That's a hot take.
I do. I believe in my Lakers. And if they continue to play the way that they've been playing, I think there were so many games that we dropped in the fourth quarter or in overtime just with, lack of effort, lack of coaching, lack of adjustments. And I'm seeing that in those, garbage time and those moments that matter, like we're getting over the hump and easily. So if we can continue that way, I'm really excited for...
I'm excited.
I'm with LeVar Ball. We're making the playoffs.
Okay. I mean,
as a Laker fan, you just have to support me. Essentially,
I hope we make. We're about 7 games back in the loss column behind. Is it Denver now?
I think you're right.
Yeah,
yes.
Denver has 27 losses. We have 34.
I have people are with me on this. Yes, go Lakers. To the playoffs we go, okay?
Go Lakers. I would love
you
to have
need to buy me a playoff game ticket if they make it, since you just hating and doubting over here.
Okay, and if they don't make it, you need to buy me one to the finals.
Oh!
Deal?
Well, I don't think that's a deal. I'm not going to take that one.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
It can be in the 300 section. How about that?
Okay, no. Because I don't know if anybody's... Yeah, those tickets are probably ridiculous.
Okay, to a Cleveland game.
I'm going to try to get you a media credential. Don't worry about it, okay?
Oh,
right.
that's...
You
got it then.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
So, moving on, we're going to go NFL because obviously the Combine, I think it starts today. Yeah. And so
there's... news about one of your Trojans.
Oh, yes. So let's talk about the beloved quarterback that is Sam Darnold. It was announced that he is not going to throw at the Combine. Now, I'm not as familiar with what goes into the thinking of what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do. Right. So tell me your thoughts on if it matters.
I don't, because to my knowledge, Andrew Luck didn't throw at the Combine. Robert Griffin the third didn't throw at the Combine.
Right.
They went first and second in their respective draft class. But if you're thinking as far as scouts, you want to see them throw at the Combine because you want to see more, I guess. Like what throws, the type of throws that you want them to make, how mobile they are.
Right.
The different things, everything that you're looking for in a quarterback per se.
Well, I think that there's also a possibility that he doesn't throw at the Combine and then potentially at the pro day.
Right.
He might decide that depending on the feedback he gets from these NFL scouts, that they want to see more, or if he doesn't have a good, then maybe he revisits that then.
Agreed.
I've seen some guys go that route, but I had on my podcast Stephen Mitchell, who is a wide receiver from USC, and he was just telling me that there's all this anxiety, leading up to the Combine, but after you've been doing things for so long, you just kind of want to get there, and just show what you have. So I'm looking forward to seeing. I think the wide receivers and quarterbacks are on Saturday. I'll definitely be paying attention to that.
Okay.
I just normally watch who.
That's a good point. He may throw at the pro day.
Who knows?
But I do think he will be the first pick taken in the draft.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's that?
Sam Darnold.
I'm sorry,
welcome
everybody.
To the
I'm
show.
here. Welcome. I'm a little late, y'all, but I'm here.
Come in rolling your eyes.
Yeah. Who was the first pick in the draft?
Sam Darnold.
Okay, I agree with that.
You agree?
You
Okay.
agree with that?
I agree with that.
So the Browns are going with Sam Darnold?
I hope they go with Sam Darnold.
They need something.
They need something.
They need
to
something.
I hope the
revitalize
Browns
them.
go with Sam Darnold.
Okay, so as a Trojan, I hope that people don't kill me.
Okay.
But I think in this last year, there's a lot of players that get sensationalized, even in Trae Young. I mean, I feel like they hit a certain peak.
Plateau.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
And
excited about that one.
there's a they can do no wrong
Right.
tag associated with them, especially he got us to the Rose Bowl. He won the Rose Bowl. You know, it was just all this hype.
Right.
And then this past season, we started to see him be human a little bit.
Who, Sam?
Turnovers, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there was a lot of turnovers, a lot more. I mean, he was still clutch in situations in which he needed to be, and he knew how to take over the game. But I'm a little apprehensive to see the Browns really need sure and proven
Talent?
at this point, you know. And I think he has a solid body of work. I'm not sure that it's transcendent to what the Browns need a miracle practically. So, you know, one game win over the last 2 seasons, that's just unacceptable.
With Sam is, I think, like every quarterback in this draft needs a little work on different things. Sam's line was a little shaky last year, and then he lost a lot of talent offensively. Defensively, I didn't feel like they added enough to help him on the offensive side. It was solid, but not as far as last year. They were flying around the field. Dory made plays when they needed. They didn't have the big. They had plays, but they didn't have like the big ones, the
big
splash
plays
plays that take you over the top. So his mistakes aren't so much in the light. He didn't have to be so perfect. I like his mobility and his arm. And he's one of those talents that's going to get it done by any means necessary. And that's what I like about Sam over Josh Rosen. I think Josh Rosen is the better technical quarterback as far as throwing the football, throwing in the pocket, throwing in the window.
Well, that's not really the
making
NFL
the right throw.
style
anymore. But I don't like Josh's attitude. So because I don't like Josh's attitude, I don't
like UCLA, so I don't really pay
There you go.
attention.
I don't like his attitude. I don't like UCLA. There you go.
I like UCLA basketball.
Oh, ain't that cute?
Right.
Tradition.
That's not even cute, actually.
Tradition. Kareem.
Anyways,
You wasn't born.
we're on
that'll
NFL
be-
right now. He still tries to go to the left. I'm going to reel it back in
Sorry.
to NFL.
Come
My
on.
bad.
So, Blake Bortles.
Right. Oh, before you say that, NFL Combine. Watch out for Saquon. Saquon
Yeah,
gonna light up the Combine.
Now, a lot of people are taking him
For where?
like second.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect place to go.
Yes.
That's where he should go. Second.
a running back.
A giant. Come on, Saquon. We need you.
Yeah, y'all need.
Come on.
Y'all
Y'all
need a
need
quarterback
everything.
too, though.
No. We okay.
You sticking with Eli?
Yes, that's what we got,
Come
David.
on.
This is the point of having Davis Webb for. That's what you got a quarterback to develop for. You leave him there and allow him to develop over time. Don't try to push us to one of these quarterbacks. Come on, Saquon, we need you, baby. You, Sterling Shepard, Odell Beckham, Evan Ingram.
You think Webb can
Load
be
it.
better than a Rosen or Barkley? Or,
With development, yeah. I think if not better, just the same. No different. You remember Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 years, right?
I remember.
Time.
You can't. I don't think
Teddy Bridgewater out there if you want one. What I'm saying is we don't got to draft one.
you don't have to. Is what
We don't got to draft one. We could go get one in free agency.
Okay, that's fair. Well, that leads me to my next question. Thank you for that natural transition. So, which franchises in the NFL are in most dire need of a quarterback heading into this season?
The Broncos
the Denver Broncos. I think they
and the Browns.
Browns need everything though.
What about the Cardinals? They don't have any quarterback under contract currently.
No?
Because Palmer's gone. And,
No quarterback?
No quarterback.
Oh, Teddy Bridgewater. There you go.
oh, Teddy
think
Bridgewater's time is done. You think?
So you think he's
You
it's
think his
over?
time is many and done?
Unless they're going to pay him a check. Teddy, don't sign it if they ain't going to give you a check. You not fighting with Case Keenum. That's not his job. That's your job. He just did well within it while you were injured.
Who they have under contract right now is Kyle Slaughter.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure who
I know,
that is.
I know who he is, but Teddy Bridgewater, there you go, right there. You, Larry Fitzgerald. They got some young boys over there. I can't remember the slot receiver name over there, but yeah, your running back is coming back. Teddy, don't lowball yourself. If Minnesota ain't giving you a check, walk away.
Or they gonna give him a check? They just the numbers that's on the check.
Better sit right.
I ain't
Especially based
better
on
sit right.
He's been hurt
injury.
though.
Yeah,
so
based
I mean,
on injury.
I got
That's
hurt
why you,
once.
That's why you need to.
He got hurt once.
it wasn't just a minor injury. Like sprained my knee. I sprained
Hey,
my
man.
ankle.
Prior to, I was a rising star out here. Y'all knew my name. I was carrying the torch out here.
Prior to
The running back got hurt too.
yeah,
The young boy got hurt too.
yeah,
But I know Case Keenum ain't better than him.
the old Teddy Bridgewater.
Case Keenum ain't better than the old one or the new one.
You don't know what the new one looked like.
Teddy,
I think he
walk away.
took enough time to recover.
It's not
ACLs
We'll
in
see.
today's NFL was not
Oh,
that
we have a
drastic.
caller.
Caller.
All right.
All right. What's up?
Yes. Hello. I know you guys are talking about NFL, and first of all, my name is Jelani Saifo.
Hey, Jelani.
Hello. I want to know you guys' perspective on the Zaza Pachulia incident and how you guys feel about the NBA not taking action against his crimes.
Zaza doesn't belong in the NBA, Shalani. He needs to be done. You don't have to say it. I'll say it for you. He needs to be done. His acts in this league, I'm done with him.
Well,
Falling
before
on
there
people,
was Zaza, there was Draymond Green
Draymond Green can play.
kicking people.
I'm cool with Zaza, and as far as the NBA goes, as far as what they did or didn't do, they shouldn't do it. That's on players. I don't know how long it's going to take. A lot of these NBA players, they getting soft. It's getting real soft at this point. Back in the day, somebody did that to a teammate, enough somebody going to react. Steven Adams over there. It's enough player. Patrick Patterson over there. It's a lot of fake tough guys in the NBA. Somebody do something. He'll stop when he get hit.
And he'll also
about
stop when
that.
they hit that checkbook.
Right.
Hey,
Fine him.
checkbook.
Yeah, find him.
Yeah, man.
Bank account.
Checkbook ain't enough.
It's not enough.
No.
How so?
So-
Got to set the tone physically. Not over here.
No, because you retaliate. The league knows why. Now you're
So
suspended
what?
15
Take the
games.
suspension.
You say that until money leaves your pocket.
Take the suspension.
I'd like to get your take, Jelani. What do you think?
Well, I think that they should definitely do something about it, and I feel like if they don't, then somebody can seriously and eventually will get injured. I mean, we've seen what Patrick Beverly did to Westbrook, but I also think that Patrick Beverly is not he's not an intentional fouler. He's just more aggressive, but it looks like Zaza's actually, he goes out and he intends to injure these players. We see what he did to Kawhi Leonard.
Agreed.
Well, thank you for the call. We
Thank you for the
appreciate
call.
you
We agree.
coming in.
100%.
Yeah, we definitely agree with that.
Appreciate it, Jelani.
Oh, no problem. I'll be tuning in next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Our first caller.
Yeah, that was dope.
That's cool.
Appreciate that.
Wow. They probably found me on Facebook or something.
They follow you now. I see you out here today. You got your
telling
Laker
you.
hat. You armied out
I'm
today.
incognito, really.
Okay, I see you.
Incognito. But back to kind of what we were talking about. I guess we can move on from that. Are you guys good with the Blake Bortles talk?
The Blake Bortles contract was pretty good though. I'm not mad at the Blake Bortles contract. Nobody like it here?
I don't mind it.
I mean, run it back. See what happens.
Okay.
I don't think it's a need to make an adjustment at quarterback.
Yet.
At least not yet. Like I said, they had, what do you call him, Saxonville?
Right.
He
played pretty damn well though.
He played good.
He
like
played-
we say, one play away from the Super Bowl.
Play away. He played well himself. They need some more receivers, but he did his thing.
No,
Hey,
yeah, absolutely.
Hey.
What happened?
We got Kesey Lee out there.
He said more.
I need more.
He can't do it by himself.
Marquise gonna have to step it up.
Sports don't work like that.
He gonna have to step it on up. Come on.
All right.
So, run it back. See what happens. And then if that doesn't work, then...
You can always get rid of him in the NFL.
Right. Everything is tradable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a natural transition for this next topic, so we're just going to get into it.
Come on, let's go.
The Yahoo report on
Oh, yeah.
the
I got time today.
I'm telling you, on the NCAA college basketball, exposing a host of players that were alleged to have taken
Some money.
and other miscellaneous things from a said NBA agent. So what are you guys' thoughts on the
I'll take
report?
this one.
And then also, on the NCAA's response, President Mark Emmert, who I think we should all know his name.
Right.
Because that's who we're coming for.
Right.
But anyways, yeah. He says, we're really serious about making systemic change,
I think the NCAA is trash.
Trash.
I hate it.
Why?
And I'm not a big person that uses the hate word. I don't believe that you can use people for your pockets and they don't make anything off of it.
That is,
It's pretty much like ownership. Like I own you, not slave mentality or anything like that.
Right.
But
maybe indentured servitude.
indentured servitude. I like that, Jalen Roseworth.
Yeah.
I like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So they're not making any money off it. So I just found out the NCAA was a nonprofit organization.
Yes.
Which means they don't pay any taxes on the
No
money
taxes.
they receive. They just all pocket.
Billions of dollars.
Billions of dollars. So the thing
Ponzi
is,
scheme.
right.
On the backs of black athletes. Black and white, but black
Black and
athletes.
black.
Yes.
You
Somewhere.
ISIS a soldier?
No.
No, not at all.
Not today.
Not at all. So the thing
This
is,
is
this is
my
what I'm
thing.
saying. So these big programs, just for example, UCLA's, Kansas, Kentucky, all this type of. We get you to sign here. I've heard some people tell me, "Oh, well, they're getting free education." I'm the best player in the country. I'm not coming here for an education. I'm coming here because I have to.
That's your problem.
And
To
but
get. Go ahead.
let me just add to that. Not only is it that, okay, you get a free education, but a lot of these players are only able to major in specific things. Like
Really?
they're told that to stay eligible, you can't major in business, the sciences.
And what is that? Is that because they believe they won't pass it or something?
It's
That's
because
what it
they
seems
believe
like.
that they won't remain eligible, and that's
Right.
what their number one priority is. So, as a student athlete, if they're putting the word student first, then you should have the ability to major in anything you would like.
Okay,
right?
I got a quick
Athlete,
question on that point. They're told not to, or they can't at all.
Okay, so being strongly advised when
Got you.
but it's like that nudge of your scholarship is year to year, which a lot of people don't know.
Right.
Besides USC is the only institution that guarantees 4-year scholarships. Your scholarship is year to year.
Okay.
So if they say, if you major in this, you might not have a scholarship next year.
You're majoring in what they tell you.
You're going to major in sociology or communications, which is
Gotcha.
what the majority of athletes major in.
Right.
So, I mean, with that being said, yes, you get a free education, but it's not a free education if you can't do
You can't do what you want with
what
it.
you want. Exactly.
So the thing is, now you use these people. They're in your school now after you convince them, and you're making billions of dollars.
right.
So I can't sign a scholarship. I can't get an outside job. I can't do anything. I can't accept sneakers from somebody. Nobody can even buy me lunch. No coach can buy me lunch. Nobody outside can buy me lunch. But I can't get... You can make billions of dollars just off my name, off my likeness, all that. It's not right.
And I think, what we also have to be reminded is, these guys are making, like we said, billions of dollars for these institutions. And yet it took for Shabazz Napier to say, during March Madness on a national stage, sometimes I go home hungry, for people to realize that they're not even getting the amount of food that they need to survive.
Well, right, when you're an athlete, I believe you can go 3 times a day.
It was supposed to be 3 times a day. So now it wasn't until that was broadcast and people were outraged that they changed it to unlimited meals for student athletes. But why wasn't that always a thing?
Right, 'cause I'm saying you're a student athlete. You're eating. You're burning all these calories. You're playing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so from the top down, I mean, these are some of the major ways in which these institutions make money.
Right.
Through concession stands, through ticket sales, through jersey sales, through bookstore, through parking, through all of these various, ways and entities.
Right.
Why isn't it that, okay, let's say that you don't want to pay them during school. Put together a trust that all of the proceeds from video games, from all of these different entities, so that once they graduate, then they're able to access that money. I mean, there's ways to do it, and I think we keep going in this cycle of people getting outraged and speaking out about it. I think it was one of the college basketball analysts who told the NCAA, like, how are you putting these jerseys on your sites and selling them, and these guys are getting no profit, so they took it down for a day. Right. But then it's like it fizzles out, that people, they get outraged and then they don't care anymore. And it's like, these athletes are being exploited on every single level. And, from personal experience, I watched guys not only be hungry after games at USC, but I watched guys have to sleep on, blow-up mattresses because they wanted to move out of the dorms to send more money back home to their families, in which they're coming from these impoverished backgrounds. They don't have, the means to provide otherwise. They can't get a job because they're traveling half the season or whatever. So it's mind-blowing that we're even having these conversations about basic logic.
Right.
I'll say this.
They're professionals.
This is my opinion on it. I don't care about the federal investigation. Fuck the FBI. Personally, if I was a player, damn right I took the money. I would come right out. Did you take money? Yep.
And
100 G's.
And then you would not be playing. But
Stop. Got you right here. Me not playing means you losing the tournament. So fine, don't let me play. That's on you.
I agree.
Why did I take it? Because where I've come from, I need it. You didn't want to provide it. And I would explain the same way she just explained. I was forced to take economics class when I want a business class just in case my future falls apart and when I'm hurt.
I agree.
The problem is not enough players are speaking out. People are doing things, and when the money comes out...
They're afraid
Right.
of being
Correct.
blackballed. Like the
They're
Colin
afraid of
Kaepernick
being
people.
blackballed in the NCAA. The NBA going to take you because NBA don't care.
Right.
They've been taking the players. They don't care. So you're going to get blackballed at NCAA. You leaving in a year anyway. In a couple months. You got a couple months. Who cares? I would not have any shame from it at all. That's one. Two, I don't care if you took the money. Agents gave up that bread. They offered it. This is how they got me
donors
here.
Or whoever.
Donors, whoever. They've been doing this.
And you deserve
this
it.
ain't
It's
new.
not like you don't deserve it. Like
Right.
these
The
guys-
boosters,
yeah.
everybody getting paid but me. I took the money.
Like it's
They're
brand
they're
new.
like they're criminals.
No,
Right.
they're just trying to maximize it because you're not supposed to do it, and because they're scared and they're being bullied and they're not saying anything, that they're maximizing it. One, I wouldn't care at all. That not one bit would I care that I took the money. I wouldn't even be ashamed of it.
I mean, Lonzo even said he's like,
but also
everybody's doing it.
Right.
We all know
also,
that.
I put this on players too, because these institutions are making money off your back. And this ain't, we're not going to act like we're in a new age where kids don't know. We all got social media. We all got computers. We in a different era. This ain't 92.
Right.
This is 2018. So that being said, we can dictate what programs and where we go to school at that's best for us. We don't got to go to the Kentuckys, the UCLAs. We can make it to where we want to do, where they will treat us in a better form. I believe institutional-wise, some institutions is willing to go, well, you're going to come here, I'll give you a 4-year. You can negotiate at this point. You can negotiate with these colleges. You're not supposed to, and they say you can't, but with them other schools, when they want these big top 10 recruiting players, it's negotiable.
Well, think about it.
You're not staying 4 years.
We have another caller, it looks like.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on? This is Julius.
How you doing, Julius?
California.
Where are you from?
Hello?
Hey, Julius.
Hey.
Where'd you say you were from?
Out of Long Beach, California.
All right,
Long Beach, California. How you doing? What's your question?
So I just wanted to kind of piggyback. On what you guys are talking about as far as the the NCAA and these guys, this institution using these kids and making billions of dollars off their backs and then not getting anything off of it. In my opinion, I think it does fall on the athletes as well because, they know what's going on and they're kind of allowing themselves to be taken advantage of. If you want to truly take power back, boycott the NCAA tournament.
That's where I was going with next year. I totally agree with that.
I think that what the problem is, though, and I've talked to guys about it, they obviously know what's going on, but they're afraid that because they're from these impoverished, and this is their one opportunity to get out of whatever circumstance they come from, to be blackballed by such a big power, they're like, I'm not going to risk my opportunity to make it out, for the sake of change, unfortunately, and
Right.
I think that's a valid concern. It's a lot of onus and responsibility that comes along with standing up to an entity like the NCAA. I think the ultimate thing is if you get a conglomerate of these top athletes to stand up, or to have a union that advocates on their behalf.
Y'all love that word.
I'm just saying, conglomerate of these top players. What do you think about that, Julius?
I think that's a great idea. However, I think it's a little far-fetched because without a professional status, it's hard to have an amateur union. And maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know very much about the subject, but I think unions more come in place when you have a profession.
Do you think that these are professionals? I consider them to be professionals.
Yeah, obviously they're professionals, but
Right.
the way it's written in the black and white, they're considered amateurs. So, that right there is a very gray area. I think that could work. However, I think now is the time for these guys to stand up because, there are other things that are happening. The G League is doing bilateral contracts now. LeVar Ball, I hope you're listening because I'm going to do a big name drop. LeVar Ball's got his league coming out.
Love him.
You know, and this is going to give these kids, these young men, an opportunity to have secondary options. If not just go to or go overseas to get to the NBA.
Well, we appreciate your call, and I think you make some great points.
Exactly.
I think Michael wants to say a little something.
Good looking, Juice. I agree with that. Actually, that was going to be my next thing. I was going to say I think we should boycott that because it will put everything on NCAA, and that will shut down their tournament. Ratings will drop. Everything else will drop. I mean, unless people tune in to see the reaction of all that, see what happened after that. But I do agree with that. I would boycott it as well.
Okay.
Like you said, the G League, I think that should be G League should be very happy. Them and LeVar Ball.
I mean, the G League, I think they're making strides in the right direction, but I think that they could be a lot more comprehensive in being a feeder system to the NBA. And I think that comes with more competitive contracts. A lot of guys go overseas because they're like, I can make way more money playing overseas than I can in a G League, which is like, a recreation league on steroids for a lot of guys.
But the thing is, if you have let's say if you're a top player, of course, you can go from high school and say, hey, I want to go to the G League. Like if you're who's the number Zion Williamson, whatever. You say, okay, I want to go to G League. I don't want to go to Duke. Shoe contract can come in right now and offer you. We don't have to hide and sneak behind you. Like, hey, after you're done, come. No, Adidas, Nike, Under Armour come in right now. Hey, we want to sign you to this contract right now.
I just think the NCAA got to get over their damn selves and pay.
They're not going to. They're selfish and greedy.
I'm with you. I just think they do because I am a big fan of the college component. And the college component, not so much as how they prosper off our backs, but I'm talking about the kids that get around the atmosphere of other kids and learning to adapt to other people.
But you're not really.
College life is dope.
It is.
We're not gonna act like college life is like.
It is.
So again, college
Shout out
life
to
is
USC.
dope. College life is dope, and college life is an experience that I think everybody should have at least once. And I know people that have met some of my best friends in this world I met through college. Right. So the lifestyle is dope. It's just the way they're going about it because they're not allowed to actually work. Like a regular student can work 20, 25 hours a week.
Right.
They should be able to get paid because that's what I'm working. I'm technically working for this school.
Right.
If I was working in the CAF, I would get paid. Right. If I was working a janitor, I would get paid.
Right. And you should get paid even more than those positions because you're making money for the institution.
Yeah, this is part of the pay plan. So
you're talking about
They say, college. What about swimming? What about baseball? The sports program, the AD, he don't got a specific program. He's the AD of sports, period.
Right.
Like he's the athletic director, period. Pay them all.
No.
Pay them all. Everybody get paid.
Because, the same amount now?
Not the same
amount. Because you don't bring in the same amount, but everybody get paid.
But not everybody's bringing in money either. Right. Like there's certain students.
One band, one sound.
I don't agree.
We all one school.
So the number one man should get paid as much as the 15th.
We all one school.
Is that a yes or no?
Yes, you came here. You came to this program.
Wait, so you just said a moment ago that you don't think that they should get paid the same amount. Now you're saying
I think everybody. I think if you're going to switch it in the swimming programs, right, and you want to say y'all don't get paid enough, and you want to break it down, cool. Me personally, what I would pay everybody the same thing.
No.
There's billions being brought in, period.
No,
every school doesn't have billions.
No, I'm not talking about every school.
Oh, you're just talking about NCAA. You're speaking as the NCAA right now.
Yeah, I'm talking about everybody get paid. Not every school should get the same amount because I know this school don't make as much as that school, so they shouldn't get the same thing. No.
North Carolina State ain't bringing in what Alabama
does. If you're UCLA, your pay should be different. UCLA, your pay should be different than Weber State.
Right.
You make more money.
Yeah.
So our money values goes up and down. So would that have people going to other schools?
Right. That
probably, but it's only 15 spots, bro. We all can't go regardless. Doesn't matter. It's only 15 spots.
And I think that's what their thing is too. Like you said, you go to UCLA and let's say each player gets.
Why do you keep bringing up UCLA? I'm getting pissed now.
Well, then we're talking about basketball right now. We're not talking about football.
UCLA has lost 2 straight.
Kentucky.
Anyways, go ahead. Okay.
Duke.
Right.
How about Duke?
I don't like Duke either.
North Carolina.
North
Carolina. If you're going to North Carolina and let's say each year the kid gets, 8,000? I'm just throwing a number out there. I don't know. Each kid gets 8,000. But if I go to, I was about to say, Colorado.
Okay.
and each person gets 2,200, it's like everybody's going to try to go to the better school. You know what I'm saying?
I think it also, but there's just no way that, I mean, the recruitment stays the same. I think that becomes very complicated, but I think the way to ensure is like based on the player's stature. If it's a, like Spencer Dinwiddie when he was at, Colorado might have made more because he was bringing more eyes and ticket sales and whatever those other things were to Colorado.
Agreed.
But, I don't know who else that's a lower level player, but that different guy might not bring that. So, and he's just kind of on the bench, but he's riding the wave. Okay, yeah, you get a certain amount. That's like a standard. I think there should be a standard amount, and then there should be bonuses based on and incentives based
recruitment
on
level ranking.
Yes,
yeah, gotcha.
And performance. But we kind of played around with this idea of the college players to watch. Courtney, who's your college player to watch, either women or men's?
Women, I have Lexi Brown of a university I hate the most, but she's balling right now. Lexi Brown of the University of Duke. Ooh. She is a guard, and she is hooping right now. Like, she is playing great basketball. And Markel Johnson out of NC State. He's one to keep your eyes on, everybody. I don't know if he's going to, but he has the size and the ability to make some noise in the tournament. We know in the tournament, point guards usually do the most work, and they have the edge. Watch out for Markel, man. He might mess around and surprise some people.
Where are we going, Michael?
I would say watch out for, I know it's a big school, but I don't think a lot of people are talking about this. Kevin Knox.
Okay.
University of Kentucky.
Gotcha. I like Kevin. I've been watching him lately.
Yeah, he can be a star in the league.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe
he has the total package. I'm talking like he's big.
I don't think he's better than Michael, but I think he has the potential to be a star, like you said.
Right, no, just potential. I'm not, I ain't hit there yet. I'm not going on who's going to be a bust and who's not yet. I will
got you.
Later.
I think him and Michael Porter are the best two
prospects in the draft. Or no?
No, not prospect. Best two forward prospects in the draft. Small forward. That tweener between small forward, power forward, that mix up. Him and
I like Porter
to watch.
It's just scary when somebody, gets
hurt their back.
Their back.
Yeah.
It's not like an ankle or nothing.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like,
I agree.
Yeah. So
shaky territory there.
Shaky territory. But yeah, Kevin Knox, definitely a player to watch for me.
You mentioned back injuries. This just reminded me of Ryan Shazier. Are you guys concerned that he wants to come back?
Nope.
I mean, and he's like, you almost were paralyzed. Like we watched him.
Soldier, baby.
That's just
almost
me,
only counts in horseshoes.
I don't know. I just am uncomfortable with the idea that I could have died.
Almost only counts in horseshoes and grenades.
I don't know.
I mean, I applaud him for wanting to. Do I think he'll be back? No. Yeah, but wanting to? Why not, baby?
You don't think he'll be back?
No, I don't think he'll be back.
Wow.
I think it's going to take him a year and a half at least to get full mobility and ability to run in practice. Now you talking 2 years.
Still got to get over the mental hurdle.
Still got to get over that. You talking them 2.5
He's talking about being a Pro Bowler, so.
Oh, okay. I mean, you talking 2.5, 3 years. What, Shazier, 25? 26, so you at 28, 29. Is he fairly young enough to do it?
Young enough, yeah.
But physically, I don't know.
My thing is mentally.
I think the mental part. Mental part. Once he go into practice and get hit, he's 25. I think that's out the game.
Yeah, how is he?
25.
25, right? Yeah,
well,
he's 25.
The baldness kind of throws me.
And the aggression makes you feel like he's older, right? No. He's a young boy. I think if he get physically strong enough and everything, I mean, I don't think the mental part will be an issue. I think more or less it's going to be the physical.
Fair.
I think the physical going to be it.
Well, we talked a little bit about the Lakers earlier, but I saw this Slam online piece that they did with Lonzo, and he had his top 5 rappers. And I know that you guys are very heavily into the hip-hop scene, so I wanted to ask you all what you think of his list. We have Future, Drake, Quavo,
right,
Offset, you might as well just put Migos,
right,
and 21.
Right.
21.
So,
there's one person on that list that can be in the top 5.
Drake.
And that's Drake. Outside of the rest of it, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care.
I love Future.
Oh, not a top 5.
He's entertaining.
I love Future.
He gets you.
He gets you hyped.
He gets you ready for work.
I'm telling you.
Having car.
Ready for everything. Every occasion, honestly.
Right.
Okay.
No.
Doesn't do it for me.
Well,
Not at all.
who's your top 5 then?
Right now?
Right now. Yeah, right now.
Drake, Cole. No particular order. Drake, Cole, Kendrick.
Good so far.
Drake, Cole, Kendrick.
Jay-Z.
No.
Okay.
Right now?
I mean,
He's an all-time great, but right now, no. And I love
have
Hov.
music as often now.
I love Hov, but right now, top 5? No. That's
The New York
excessive.
kid saying no to Hov. Ooh.
That's excessive, and I'm a Hov
Hot take,
fan.
hot
I'm a
take.
big Hov fan.
That's a hot take, right?
That's
there.
excessive, though. Right now, he's 40-something
It
years
doesn't
old.
matter.
Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
you're not able to rap the older you get or something?
Hey, man. Drake, Cole, Kendrick. It's a young man game.
Okay,
Drake, Cole,
That's your top
Kendrick.
3.
That's it.
5 is just pick them.
Yeah,
You could throw a lot of people in there.
You want to throw in Migos?
No.
That's a group. That's cheating.
Okay, so you're going to individualize it like him. Quavo, Offset.
Offset.
Quavo ain't got no single work like that, like to be a top 5.
Right now.
Nah.
I say Nipsey's in mine, so.
Nipsey in your top
throw
5?
that in there.
I like Nipsey.
Nipsey
That
ain't make my
is
top
victory
5
lap.
yet. That victory lap is tough. But
It's
I don't know if he made my
everything.
top 5 yet. Yeah, he got to give me one more. He got to give me one more within 8 months.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, like a mixtape?
Oh, so that's
Nah,
what you going
another
on.
album.
You going on
Another album in 8 months?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
that sounds ridiculous.
Why not?
Why
Why
so?
is that ridiculous? Why so? Because he got the light right
That's
now.
not
He got the
proper.
buzz. He got the energy. He got the buzz. He got the energy right now. He'll be either in the midst of a tour or off of ending a tour. And we waited 5 to 10 years for Victory Lap. How long we been waiting for Victory Lap? A long time.
But it
Yeah, something
delivered.
else in there, didn't
It
it? Mixtape
delivered.
something?
Yeah, mixtape in between,
Yeah,
and it delivered
mixtape,
heavily. No knock on it. It delivered. But in 8 months, I'll be looking for him again. Keep that energy going, baby. You got it right now.
Yeah, he does need to keep the momentum.
You got to
going.
keep the
I agree.
momentum rolling. Right now that you got your victory lap moment, now you can throw a feature or 2. You got 2 Chainz. You got people. Oh, Chainz is in my top 5 right now.
Slim Dixie.
Hey, you can act like 2 Chainz ain't around there, but he ain't going nowhere.
He's just so old.
Bull crap. Y'all made me curse.
4 a.m. I'm just getting
Hold on,
started.
wait a minute. 2 Chainz talking about bull?
Yeah.
Talking about
I mean,
the
I
man
like
with the
him. I like
cookbook? My man got a cookbook. Don't do that to Chainz.
him. Lord.
My man got a cookbook. Hey, Chainz, I rock
Lord.
with you, man.
Do you guys have
No.
anything else?
Oh, what are we going to talk about at the beginning of the show? The name.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
Oh, okay.
Wonderful.
I'm sorry.
I'm
taking
going to
your
throw
job.
the lob to Michael.
No, I'm going to pass it back. Damn, bounce pass, too. And now you can pass it to your left.
All right, so I wanted to say first off, thank you guys again for tuning in. Thank you for the callers. That was awesome. We hope that you guys continue to chime in on what we're talking about or
Yes,
bring
greatly
us
appreciated.
new topics.
Oh, quick take. Quick. 2 quick takes. One, shout out Miss Lauren. She had a hell of an all-star weekend.
Hell of an all-star
She got that LeBron question that went crazy viral. She got that Russell Westbrook question that went crazy viral. Crazy part is I seen the Russell Westbrook and knew the voice from the gate. Like, hold on.
I saw the
I know that voice.
Actually, I was
and then
falling
when she
asleep.
posted it, it was like, oh, okay.
I was falling asleep, and then I saw, LeBron was talking something. All right, I got an eye open, and I heard, and they put the camera. I said, "Whoa!"
Yeah, that was huge. I was in the car for the Russell one. I was like, oh. My best friend was like, what? I said, oh, Slim, I know that voice right there. Check her out.
Thank you guys.
Shout
I
out to
really
Lord for
appreciate
that.
it.
Great All-Star weekend. And quick take, Mr. Carmelo Anthony, if you're listening, let me talk to you, brother.
Please.
Get your shit together. You are shooting terribly. And I heard your little comment earlier. No, 5-10 years, nobody gonna care. His first year, he shot 35. I will. I definitely will.
Please, 'cause this man
5 to 10
protects
years.
you all the time.
You are shooting horribly. But it's okay. I told you this in August. From the first episode, I told you this, that I didn't care what you did in the regular season. I still do not care. Playoffs is coming. I don't give a damn about
they get
no excuses. There isn't an excuse for you. They'll get there.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
There
gonna get
isn't an excuse for you. You better get it together, brother. Usually you're playing really well this time of year and then you fall apart in the playoffs. So maybe it's in reverse and God's on your side this time. But you got this year and this year only to make some noise. Outside of that, it's over for you, my nigga.
It's been over.
My watch
anyways.
is going. My watch is going.
Womp.
Slim? Whoa.
Womp.
Whoa.
He's a womp.
Whoa.
He's okay. I give you that. I'm just messing. Carmelo's okay.
Whoa.
Well, anyways.
One of the best players ever.
Okay. There you go. Thank
Top
you.
6. Top 60.
Top
Ew.
60.
sure.
Top
Yeah.
60.
Top 60.
Okay,
Top 60.
that's a long list.
No, it ain't.
No.
I would give it like
They
a
already
top
did a
100.
50 already.
I'd do
Top
top
100? You tripping.
Yeah.
I think you should
He's
look
one of
at
the best
those
scorers
numbers.
ever pick up.
I think you better look at those
Go
numbers.
into the
Lauren
What?
is disrespectful.
He says that
Lauren is
he's happy
disrespectful.
he's happy with Olympic gold medals.
He said he was happy with his.
championships.
He was happy.
What kind of man is that?
No. He said he was
Just
happy with his
represent manhood
success.
What kind of man is that?
He was
Well,
happy
yeah.
with his success in the league.
And also, he cheated on my lot. With like, you're dumb. Sorry. Anyways.
Anyways,
okay, so follow the
classic topic.
podcast. Follow the podcast on
Christ.
@District Debate. And before we go, I wanted to have Courtney explain
Oh.
what went into the name change. We were formerly another Chappelle show, and
Right.
we are now District Debate Podcast. So
Right. What went into it? Life.
Quickly.
It's a group of us. It's not just my show now. It's our show. Because it's our show, let's change the name and make it more of our show. It's not just mine anymore. It's ours.
it's ours.
And we're in the district.
Crenshaw District, to be exact.
And this is a debate show. District Debate Podcast. There you go. It's that simple. You know?
That's simple.
Not nothing, extra.
All right, well, I hope that you guys have a little bit more clarity of that. Somebody told me it sounds like a politician show. Maybe
That's
into the
good.
name.
We are politicians
We are
for the
politicians.
sports
The
world.
sports world.
We are
Absolutely.
politicians for the sports world.
For the NCAA's takedown. Anyways,
Yeah, you're terrible.
so I'm your host, Lauren A. Jones, and you can follow me on all social platforms at Lojo Media. Find Courtney at
The Now Court, COURT Chappelle.
what?
Are you sure?
Yes,
Okay.
at Court Chappelle.
I swear I put something else on Instagram, but anyway.
I don't know. Michael
And-
Cotton on Facebook.
on
Shooters Bounce-
Facebook?
Shooters Bounce on Instagram.
He's
Bounce
reaching out
Back
to his
Hoops,
old people.
Twitter.
He's gonna get it together one of these days.
I'm sorry, y'all. The social media thing ain't. But I'm fixing it. I'm a work in progress.
Streamline.
I'm a work in progress. Just work with me. I ask that you work with me out there. I'm coming.
Work with us all. If you missed any part of the show, you can catch us on iTunes, YouTube, Tidal, or SoundCloud /District Debate. Catch us in 2 weeks. We're back for another show on March 13th.
See y'all
Thank you
there.
guys. We appreciate it.
We are out
Thanks
of
for
here. See you
listening.
soon.
Get approved. Ain't nothing changed with them bitches, they know my name now. It's such a shame a youngin' fella kill a game now. And I be in it for the money, fuck the fame now. Got all these niggas asking what's his fucking name now. Said this is blood, this is crip, what is his game now? Fuck up my business, why you all up in my lane now? Heard you get a little bit street fame now. He getting money, bought himself a new chain now. Just yesterday I was another broke nigga till I got the call from my bro like we got work nigga. And got the call late night, but Lord knows we was out there all night trying to get that money right. And goddamn, a couple bands feel good in my hand, finessing that motherfucker like a cellophane shit. And Lord knows if a nigga step short with them bands, it's finna go down like some quicksand. It's the same motherfucker, ain't nothing changed. You know it, but them bitches now they know my name. Said it's the same motherfucker, ain't nothing changed. Ain't